Okay.
11:30 a.m. full English breakfast at Wetherspoons, which was
Yeah.
2 eggs, 2 sausages, 2 rashers of bacon, I think 4 hash browns, 4 halves of toast or two slices of toast, beans, fried grilled tomato, mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
I had a cup of tea with that, with about 3 or 4 sugars in it, you know, the packets of sugars.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I also had a pint of orange juice.
Right. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, that was the good bit. Lunch was nothing.
Okay.
So I didn't have anything at lunch because obviously I'd eaten late.
Yeah.
We went to play golf, so I played 18 holes of golf, so that was healthy from that point.
Yeah.
But then, of course, you come from there, go straight into the clubhouse,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a pint of beer.
Right.
That is then followed by going up to the local pub and a further 7 pints of cider.
How do you remember that?
So 8 pints of cider.
Yeah.
Was drunk. That was then followed at 11:30 last night with kebab meat, which was done in. I booked a box of kebab meat,
Yeah.
2 wraps,
Yeah.
and put some salad in with it, and that was it. And a pint of squash
Right. Okay.
and a coffee last night.
Right. So
With
that,
sugar, and that was yesterday.
that was yesterday. Okay. So, how often is that the case? That sort of a diet then?
I hope not often, to be honest.
Right.
In all
Okay.
fairness,
Yeah.
I do try and eat quite well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm conscious about, and have been conscious certainly latterly, what I'm trying to eat, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and making sure. Where my problem lies is probably in the amount of alcoholic units I take in over a week.
Yeah.
And I don't drink spirits, I don't really drink wine.
Mm-hmm.
My typical is cider or, you know, beers, real ales,
Yeah.
but predominantly cider. And cider's obviously a lot of sugar, you know, out of all the long drinks, so to speak, you can drink.
Yeah.
That's probably got a bit of fattening.
Right. Okay. So,
So that's not good. Today, so far, I have had nothing apart from a glass of squash this morning.
glass of squash this morning.
That's it.
The time's now what, 11:30.
Mm.
So you didn't do anything. How often do you skip breakfast then?
Most of the time, I'm trying to make an effort to sort of eat breakfast because, you know, again, you have some people sort of say, well, you should, it's the most important meal of the day.
Yeah.
You should, you know, make a point of eating breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to. And I've tried not to have cereals. I've tried to have different sort of things like haddock and poached eggs,
Mm-hmm.
poached egg for breakfast, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
I generally have tried latterly to eat a you know, balanced type of diet.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is I eat late at night. I need
Yeah.
to alter that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not probably drinking enough water.
Yeah.
What I have done is I haven't been eating bread. I've really tried to cut that out altogether,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been pretty good apart from the odd day where, you know, I might just sort of treat myself to, you know, light wraps
Yeah.
yesterday. Having said that, with the breakfast yesterday, I didn't eat all I ate half of the toast, so it was like 1 slice.
Mhm.
You get 2 slices, cut
Yeah.
in half.
Yeah.
So I effectively only had 1 slice, and I didn't eat the hash browns. You know, I think I had 1 out of the 4 hash browns. So I was leaving the.
1 out of 4.
Yeah, well, they give you 4 hash browns
Wow.
on this. Yeah, it's a monster breakfast.
Okay.
So yeah, looking at that, I mean, that's just, you know, not good.
Right. Okay. So work needs to be done with so the food side of things. Then.
Yeah, and I think really, you know, I've got to be honest, and I think, you know, complete this week,
Yeah.
and then you have a picture,
Hmm.
you know, of roughly what I've done,
Yeah.
and I will be honest, you know, and put the amount of drinking down and this, that, and the other,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and then, you know, we'll just try and have to obviously take it from there. What I've tried to do, Dean, is have 2 days or possibly 3 days alcohol free a week where I don't
Right.
drink alcohol at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I know that I drink too much.
Right. Okay.
You know,
So there's about 30
pints in 3 days.
Right, okay. Right. But again, at least you're being honest. So we've got
60 units.
So we start from somewhere. So that's fine. So as your job is just explain what you do in regards to physical activity levels or
Zero
in your job. So pretty much sit down. Do you go out quite a lot, or it's just
not very much these days? If we do it, it's normally, the only movement is from here to the car, sitting in the car, driving to the place, getting out of the car, sitting in somebody's house and talking to them. So there is none of that. That's another one of the problems, is that there's no sort of physical activity.
Right, okay.
And obviously, any way that we can sort of increase that would be good. I mean, I do try and sort of, when I come in the building, sort of slightly jog up the stairs and things like that. Just try and
do something, yeah. You've mentioned, is there any other interests that you have? Any interests outside of so when you're not working, what would you do? Apart from the drinking part.
Apart from socialising.
Yeah, socialising.
Well, obviously there's the golf,
yeah.
The gym I do, but that's more from a point of, and that's spasmodic. I'm not doing enough of that really. I need to be doing more of that.
So you mentioned yoga. Do you smoke?
Yes.
Yeah. How many cigarettes do you smoke? Approximately.
Not that many. I would say probably about 30 a week.
30 a week.
On average.
And you mentioned before you're not having enough water. You say you're not drinking enough, so and that'll be reflected in the.
Well, they say you should drink something like about 3 litres of water a day.
Who says this?
Well, that's general sort of. In most, I think, people to do with fitness would sort of say you need to be drinking. Probably I might even say 3 to 5 litres of water a day, but you do need to be drinking quite a bit of water.
Right, okay.
So I've always been led to think that that's what you should do.
Let's say, I'm just going to put this in front here. So litres, how many litres would you say of these do you drink a day? This is 1 litre here. How many bottles would you drink?
At the moment, probably 1 or less than 1.
Right. Okay.
Half to 1.
And do you do any sort of breathing exercises or anything like that, apart from obviously you do the golf and you do the physical activity? Anything, so you do breathe, because you don't do stretching, do you, at the end of the workouts? So you don't do anything like breathing exercises type stuff? So, let's say if you were to make a change then from all the stuff that you're currently doing, how confident would you be that you could change that on a scale of 0 to 10? So for example, 0, I'm not confident I can change this, and 10 being, yes, I'm absolutely certain I can change that. What would you say that you are right now?
6, 7 out of 10, that,
And how important would you say this change is then to you? On the scale, again, the same scale, 0 to 10.
I would go halfway, probably 5.
Okay. So how committed would you say that you are?
So around about 6.
How much do you believe that you can actually do this?
See it through. No, I seriously can believe 7 or 8 that I can.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
I can do this.
So how motivated are you? 0 to 10?
Motivation's 5.
Okay.